What is up, everybody? Welcome back. Basic beat of the week 11. All right, so I told you once we're diving in, getting past, and we're in the double digits, we're going to start adding some new stuff in. So with all of the basic beats of the week thus far, we've had what we've called the constant. And your constant is your right hand keeping steady eighth notes on the hi-hat, while 2 and 4 would play with your left hand on the snare drum. And that was something like this. All right, now we're going to do is we're going to explore the space in between as we've been doing in these little sub videos that connect to all the bigger pictures that we're doing in basic beats of the week, and we're going to add to that. So this time the actual constant is going to be your hi-hat playing those eighth notes and then your bass drum playing the 1 and 3. And what we're going to do is we're going to take what we did in the most recent space in between video and those 2 exercises that we expanded with the bass drum. We're going to take those and we're going to put that in here. So here's how that is going to work. All right. In the beginning, we're going to play this bass drum on 1. Now we have this new in between the eighth note space. We have the E. It comes after 1. It comes after 2, comes after 3, comes after 4. Specifically, when we play the bass drum on 1, and we match that up with the hi-hat because the hi-hat is the constant. 1, we're going to follow that with the snare drum on the E. There's my E. So 1, E, and then we'll come back to the eighth note on the hi-hat and we're going to leave that open after that. Now, the open space that we're not playing, we do have a count for it, and it's called And if you have not watched the space in between videos, so far we have 2 of them, go back, watch those space in between video 1 and 2, and then that'll really help you understand of what we're doing today. All right, so dive back in. We've got this new counting, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and All of our numbers, our quarter notes are 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the ands are there. But in between, we've got this space, we've got the E's, and we've got these U's. All right? So on the first set, we're going to play 1 E and our hi-hat and our bass drum will play 1. Our snare drum will play the E, and then our hi-hat again will play the and. And we're going to play that over and over again. 1 E and 1 E and 1 E and 1 E and starting to get the feel of this. It doesn't matter how loud or soft you are going to play on the snare drum. Over time, you can develop your choice and your control. Do I want to play soft? Do I want to play hard? What do I want to do with it? But for now, don't worry about that so much. Just as kind of locking in the feel of what we're doing here. And coincidentally, this kind of is symmetrical in a way that the first half will mirror what the second half does. The 1 E and is also going to be the 3 E and later. So I'm going to play 1 E and the same thing will go for 3 E and. All right, and that makes it a little bit easier to dive into, is because we kind of have the same feel and just splitting it and doubling it in the video. All right, here we go. So the next part we're going to do, and we're going to go back, don't worry, we'll play this nice and slow, is we're going to play beat 2, which will also coincidentally be the beat 4. And in beat 4, we are going to play 2 and That is the space after the and that leads before the next note, the 3. And that's going to sound like this. We're going to play both of our hands at the same time. 2. And then for the and, we'll play the hi-hat. And for the we'll play the snare drum. So it's both, right, left. And here's how that sounds. 2 and 2 and 2 and 2 and Now go back and play that a bunch of times to really get the feel. And that also will work into be your 4. So we'll also play 4 and So it's really cool that you've got this kind of doubling effect here, and it makes it easier to learn the groove like this. All right, so here we go. I'm going to play the whole thing nice and slow. I'll count through it. I'm going to go through all this, so don't worry. I'm going to take it nice and slow. Here we go. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and all right. The reason I'm counting even the notes that I'm not playing, because it keeps me on pace and makes sure that I'm nice and steady, because as a drummer, that's my job, that's your job, that's any drummer's job. We are the timekeeper. So it's important that we have even time, so we will count even when we're not playing, because it keeps us nice and steady. All right, so now I'm going to play this. I'm going to start counting it, and I'm going to drop out the counts, I'll play it slow first, and then I'll start to pick up the speed and then a little more. All right, here we go. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and a little faster. All right, so obviously I went through a nice bunch of speeds. I really built it up. But go back and start at the slower speed and make sure that you take that at a nice, slow, calm, relaxed pace. All right, that's it for today. That's it. That's basic beat of the week. Number 11, this is really nice because what you play on beat 1 and beat 2 repeats for beat 3 and beat 4. You'll take no time at all for you to get nice and solid. You'll start feeling that space in between. Make sure you go back, watch all the basic beat of the week videos. Make sure you watch a space in between. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell. Stick around. We got a lot more coming. If you're a beginner, you got this channel. If you're intermediate advanced, we got plenty of other stuff for you in different playlists. So thanks again, guys. I'll catch you soon. Dave Bloom. I'll see you next time.